What's going on, my peoples? Preston Lynch, Zone Fitness, Part 2. Are you loving yourselves? First off, I'd like to give a shout out to all those who are in need of prayer right now, maybe suffering from some illness, maybe suffering from some type of setback, stress, just not feeling too well. Children who may need prayer out there that are maybe in hospital, whatever you're suffering with, and you wish that you were better, hope that you were better. I'm giving a shout out to all you guys right now, okay, and hoping that you get better because health is very important. So, as I talk to here, I want to pick back up where we left off from the last message, which was, are you loving yourself? And came up with some numbers, okay? Because we talked about there were indications that that could determine whether you were loving yourself or not. So I want to throw some numbers out at you. Did you know that 62%, and this is according to the Disease Control Center, but 62% of America is either overweight or obese. Okay? 9 million are children or teens. Okay? So as I look at those numbers, there's also some data, according to the market data. There's $46.3 billion spent on weight loss products. Okay? Here in America. So, what is that saying to me? Okay, well, it explains to me that there is a possibility that people could either be feeling guilty or angry with themselves on how they look. So that's why I asked the question, do you love yourself? Are you loving yourselves? This stuff ties into, people getting involved in their health and stuff like that. So that's why it's a good question. I know a lot of people speak about surgery and wanting to get the bodies changed up and things like that. First of all, let me explain something to y'all, okay? I don't recommend no surgery. I'm not down with no surgery. Anytime that you need to have something that's going to cut up on you to make a change to your body, to yourself, make sure it's like in dire need or is detrimental or something like that, because that's the only reason why I would recommend it. There's a lot of side effects that come from that stuff, so on and so forth. Now, another way I would recommend it is if you, whatever the habit that you're dealing with before surgery, if you were to deal with that situation first, like maybe take a year, maybe 6 months, okay, and then come back and see if you wanted to, go through with surgery, then see where you're at, okay? See where you'll be then. So those are the reasons why I really wouldn't recommend surgery. If your problem is eating, you have a problem with eating and things like that, that's going to be your same problem if you get surgery to change that quickness. It's going to be the same problem afterwards. Now, Of course, you know, you think, oh, well, no, it wouldn't happen to me. Why would I spend all that money on getting surgery and things like that? And then I have this done to me, and then I wouldn't follow through with it. Let me tell you why. Because the same problem that you're dealing with now is the same problem you're going to have to deal with post-surgery. So if you're dealing with eating a certain way, eating clean, that's the same thing you're going to be dealing with post-surgery. Okay, so really consider that. It makes sense. Okay, so let's just be wise about some of the things that we thinking about doing to change ourselves up. You say, because the underlying thing is we may not be loving ourselves. Okay, so it's like liposuction. Guess what? That's not you. Okay, you talking about tummy tuck? That's not you too. Augmentation? Not you. Steroids? Not you. All right, so, you know, I just had to share that because, you know, I just had a dear friend of mine pass away. And at the end of the day, you know, he really wasn't loving himself. Yes, he was a senior citizen, so on and so forth. He had a amputated leg, you know, but the man had a decent retirement plan. I mean, had owned his own house. No worries as far as financially, you know what I mean? But since things were changed in his life, you know, he really just didn't love himself. And this is not my opinion. This is something that he shared with me. You know what I'm saying? So I really speak of experience. I speak of speaking with people. I speak on research. You know what I'm saying? As I come up with this important topic, you know, are you loving yourselves? So all I'm saying is, folks, let's educate ourselves on, you know, on this health thing. Because it could really make a difference in our lives. Let's really, what am I trying to say? A lot of us don't know what we're struggling with, why we're overweight, or why we have a medical condition that we're in. It could be inflammation. It could be toxicity. You know, it could be that you're allergic to something. It could be something as much as adrenal fatigue. Okay, so this is why I say educate yourself. Okay, all I'm saying is to check yourself and see if you're loving yourself. And if any of those things that I mentioned earlier in part 1 and part 2 today apply to you, you could be also a victim of this. Don't make you bad. It just makes you aware. Okay, and it's good to at least know something. All right, so that's all I'm saying, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the sermon. Get back at me. Let me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? This is all about health and fitness. You know, get into the zone. This press coming at you, Preston. Zone Fitness. Don't forget it, baby. Get into the zone where you separate the mind from the body. Oh, yeah. It ain't over yet. I wanted to let y'all know. I got a big forehead. I can't change that. But I can love it. Zone Fitness.